Hello, Knights fans. Back with this week's edition of the FDU Men's Basketball Report. Joined as always by head coach Greg Herenda. Coach, you got a split here in your last two games.
Number one, welcome back. Give us an update. How's the baby? How's mom?
So mom and baby Leo are doing great at home. First week with me back at work here, but outside of the sleep, everything else is great. We're working on getting a couple more hours every night.
Well, that's good, man. As long as they're healthy and happy, and it'll all take care of itself. But congratulations.
Yeah, definitely an exciting time at the Jackson household. So back to your program here.
Yes.
You had the loss at LAU Brooklyn. You got a big win last night here against Mount St. Mary's. I know, former point guard yourself, the two things that you like to look for in the box score is assists. Your
Right.
team has 21 assists in each game, each of those two games, which is your season high.
Yes.
42 assists in the two games. I went back and looked. That's the most in consecutive games since 2006 for this
Wow.
program. So just talk about your team's distribution and unselfishness in these games.
I think we've been that way all along, but now we're just getting a little bit more clearer in our roles. And during the break, we really talked about moving the ball and not dribbling it as much. And we've got a lot of players that can put it down and go. But if you put it down too much, it's like anything else. Too much of one thing is generally not good. So I think we're moving the ball, we're keeping it off the floor. But, when Caleb shoots it like that and Darnell shoots it like that and our big guys finish, we're, averaging close to shooting 50% from the field in our conference, which will bode well. But we've got to guard better, rebound better. But I think the Mount St. Mary's game got us kind of back on track. They're a very, they beat a really good Wagner team at Wagner. And for us to come out here on a great day, Martin Luther King Day, with a great crowd, and we guarded, we shot it, we rebounded, and it was exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, you touched on it there. Darnell Edge, you expect the efficiency and the long-range shooting and all of that comes with it. But Caleb Bishop has really come on offensively. Down the stretch last year, he was really good offensively.
Right.
Scuffled a little early on, was playing defense and rebounding, but the shots weren't falling.
Right.
Now, as of late, he's really hitting his stride here. He's been in double figures. He's now up to 10 per game on the season.
Right.
Talk about his maturity and his ability to step out and make that three specifically.
It's funny because some of his high school coaches came to the game and they couldn't. They wanted to make sure it was Caleb Bishop in that uniform, because at St. Anthony's he really didn't shoot outside of the block, and now, but that's all credit to Caleb and my staff. He gets a lot of extra shots in. He's got a lot of confidence in his shot, and now people are looking for him, and it's just smooth. And I think the league will probably adjust, but now they're like letting them look at it. But the great thing about Caleb, if you come up and play him, he'll put it to the floor and he can go sky and get the ball to the rim. So he's playing good basketball. We need, we just can't have one or two players playing well. We need 3 and 4. And right now, we've got 6 players that could have exceptional games every night. And the closer they get to that, the better our team will be. But it's all about team. And last night Caleb was great, Darnell was great, and Xavier was great. And then the quiet guys like BJ gave us good minutes off the bench. So it was a team effort. I'm just really excited that we have 5 guys averaging double figures, and our 6th man, I think Elijah Williams, is like 9 and change. He's close, so we could potentially have 6 guys in double figures. So I just like the balance. I like our team. We've gone through a tough, patch, but it's a long haul, and we're prepared for the long haul.
Yeah, that seems to be the thing with this team. Guys do step up every game. You mentioned the balance. Any one of the 6 guys can lead you in scoring any night. But how do you get them all firing on all cylinders and making sure the balance is there, but they're also all trying to get to that level every night on a night-in basis?
Well, a lot of it has to do with the defense, too, because the defense is going to try to take away. Like yesterday, they did a great job on Jaleel, so Jaleel had to get rid of it. And then if we're going inside, then it's going to open up. So it's predicated on the defense that's playing us, the night, the ball, it's basketball. Every night's not going to be perfect. That's why the game is, we were just doing some film work with our guys. I'm like, every possession is like a snowflake. We can run the same set, but there's a different rotation offensively. The defense is playing it differently, and you have to adjust accordingly. So if I knew all those answers, Brian, I probably wouldn't be coaching basketball. I'd be on the stock exchange. But I just like where our team's going, and everyone has to pay their dues. Villanova gets beat at home by, I forget who it was, a team Mountain. Who the heck beat? Not Lipscomb, Furman, and now Villanova. So everyone goes through it, and hopefully we'll get through it and look back, not have to look back, but It was a big win. In this league, every night's going to be difficult. But that Martin Luther King Day was special, I thought, and we had a great turnout, and the kids got the unity jersey. I just think it's important. You know, we played the Martin Luther King speech in our locker room before the game. And I play music all the time, as you well know, and I think it hit home, man. It was time for us to come together. And the unity shirts and the way we played, it was fitting and appropriate, and it was a great day here at the Rothman Center on Martin Luther King Day, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, definitely a great crowd. You could feel it in the air. The Northeast Conference did a great job of getting everyone together, and all the teams across the board, the men's and women's side, with the unity shirts, and you could definitely feel it resonated inside of our locker room. Absolutely. So now you talked about building on this. You look ahead now. You got St. Francis Brooklyn here on Thursday. Then you head up to Bryant. Two teams that are playing well. St. Francis Brooklyn only has 2 losses in conference. Bryant's coming off a big win against St. Francis PA. But your team at 2-4, not the start you imagine, but like I said, all it takes is a couple here, string a couple together. So what are you looking at this week as your team tries to build this momentum?
We had a great practice today. We couldn't go real hard, and then we need to have a great practice tomorrow to get ready. You know, Glenn's a really good coach and a really good friend. They guard, they shoot it, they share it. They win on the road. They're impossible to beat at home. So it's going to be a really tough game, but I think they know us and we know them, and it's going to be another conference battle. But we got to hold our home court. We've only played 2 games at home, and a lot of teams have played 3 and 4. And it's our turn to play like we did on Saturday and have our students back and have a big crowd and win the game. But there's no secret formula. You just got to keep on getting better every day and then show up on game night and get it done. And we have the players to do it. So does St. Francis, and the best team will win. But I like my guys.
All right. Well, good luck this week.
Brian, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming back, and I'm glad you're doing well, and the baby and your wife as well. So
thanks. Yeah, you know I wouldn't leave you. Corey did a nice job filling in, though.
I'll give you this: Corey stepped in, admirable job. Not like you, but he did a really, really good job, and I appreciate what you guys do all the time.
Nice. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
So Coach Herenda and his Knights are back here at the Rothman Center for a 7 p.m. start on Thursday night against St. Francis Brooklyn. Students, I know you're all back out on campus, so come here and fill out the Rothman Center. Come watch your exciting Knights here, and then the Knights will travel on the road on Saturday. They'll take on the Bryant Bulldogs out in Rhode Island. So, as always, for all things regarding the FDU men's basketball team, head back to FDUKnights.com.